Hello YouTube, welcome to a very short video, and today's video is basically going to be about how you can climb in solo queue. And I've been looking at hundreds and hundreds of OPGGs and went through them on stream over the past few years, and one thing that is very common despite whatever elo you're playing in is the fact that people are playing many different roles and slowly start to move away from their main champion pool that they got to a certain elo with to try different champions. So if you go to a website called leagueofgraphs.com and you go search in your name, scroll down to this section right here, it will basically showcase to you in solo queue how many games have you played on each role and what's your win rate on each of those roles. So I've only played jungle and support over the last few years. Way back in the day I used to play top lane, but I've never mained mid lane and I've never played AD carry. So if we take a look, me as a jungler, I have 218 games and a 58.7% win rate. Okay, not bad. My second most played role is then support with 97 games with a 61.9% win rate. Okay, that's also pretty good. My third most played role is AD carry with 8 games and 25% win rate. So this in itself is already bad because I decided to play 8 games and I only won 2 of them. So if I basically decided to not play AD carry whatsoever this season with my current LP gains, so there is basically 2 wins and 6 losses, meaning that there is 4 games in terms of LP where I've just straight up lost. So that means already here I would have been 64 LP higher if I just didn't play AD carry. Now if you do the same thing for top lane, then I would be 80 LP higher than I currently was, simply by only playing jungle and support and not playing any other role. If we then say, well, what if I won all those 6 games that I lost on AD carry, and if I won that 1 game on top lane, well, then we would be closer to 200 LP higher, meaning that instead of me being 991 LP, I would have been above 1000 LP, and I would have been really close to 1200 LP. And this is very common for people to just play all sorts of roles, play a lot of different champions in a lot of different roles. So the best tip for you in order to actually climb is simply to stick to what you know. If you know how to play jungle, stick to jungle. If you know how to play support, stick to support. Whatever role you know how to play, you stay and play that role. If you then want to play other roles because you're either autopiloting or you are just straight up bored, or you want to try something else, have a secondary account for it, or do it in ranked flex, or do it in normals, or anything like that. Don't ruin your solo queue progress by trying out different things, because there's a very big chance that you're going to lose those games compared to winning them. And I myself have lost 80 LP by doing so. And if I would have won all of those games that I ended up losing on other roles, it would have been 200 LP. Now, this is not a crazy big number, but it still hurts. It would be nice to be 80 LP higher or 200 LP higher, but that's not the point of this. The point is, I need to realize I cannot play top lane to the level that I'm currently at because I've not played it in many years. I've never mained AD carry, so there's no point in me playing AD carry in solo queue. I've never played mid lane, and thank God I've not gotten a single game of mid lane, or if I have simply dodged in order to make sure that I don't lose my LP. So that's basically it. When it then comes to changing up your champion pool, I currently recommend playing between 1 to, I'd say mostly 4 champions in solo queue in order to climb. And you can swap out those champions, and then what you would do is you'd simply go to a website like OP.GG and you would look up your account, and then you would say, well, what am I currently winning with? Well, in terms of solo queue, Kha'Zix I'm winning with, Soraka I'm winning with the most, Graves I'm winning with, Karthus I'm winning with, but not that much compared to other champions. Diana I win with, Janna I am completely 50-50 with, and Lee Sin I have not won with yet. So that means that I should not play Lee Sin, probably shouldn't play Janna or realize what am I doing wrong on Janna, And then I should stick to the champions that I have higher win rate on. Now you can go and say, I want to pick some champions that I just have above a 50% win rate with, but that will slow slower your progress towards climbing. But meta shift happens and you might not want to play the exact 4 same champions throughout the entire season, and that is completely fine. But just make sure that you're picking champions that you're comfortable and familiar with and you can actually win with, compared to first timing something and just losing and essentially just going down instead of up in terms of elo. So that's basically the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you have any feedback or any wonderings regarding this, then leave in the comment section down below. And then always for more tips regarding League of Legends and how to climb, subscribe to the channel. And then I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope to see you guys in my next YouTube video or in my next live stream on Twitch. See you guys.